So,
Hi, Beverly.
hi, Miss Linda.
Everybody, welcome back to my channel, Miss Linda C. Jones. And sitting before you is my very dear friend. So, I've known this lady for so long, and she is inspirational, phenomenal, extraordinary, kind, loving. She's inspired me over and over again. So, I present to you again on my YouTube channel after a fabulous lunch. The one, the only, and I'm going to give her proper title. I know her as Beverly, but here she is, people. Dr. Beverly Rivers, dancer. Beverly, welcome.
Hi, Linda. It's very kind of you, and thank you so much for those wonderful words. But today, I just kind of like to touch a little bit on what takes our joy away, or what things that comes into our lives to destroy our happiness. And I just want to say that we have to be very, very careful to allow people, things, circumstances come into our lives and take the smiles off our face. It's very important to reflect daily and be appreciative and thankful where we are each day at that time. And when we do that, and when we're blessed to be around wonderful friends and people to kind of help validate, because we all need that.
Yes.
It kind of reinvent, kind of put back that joy. So it's so important that when we find ourselves a little slumpy and we feel that things are not going the way it should go, or we've had some bad breaks, that when we get around positive people, that we are re-inspired.
Amen. Amen. Well, interestingly enough, my dear friend Beverly, I attended a beautiful retreat with my job and for my job, and it was on joy. And interestingly enough, the presenter, who you did not even go to this particular workshop with me because you were not in town yet, but this just goes to show great minds thinking alike, because he mentioned some of the things that you do, what steals our joy, what gives us joy, and he asked for reflections at the end of the presentation and what did we get from it. And really what I got from it is it's okay to be joyful. We're supposed to be joyful. It is scriptural to be joyful. But I think something that you just mentioned regarding maybe people that try to bring us down or steal our joy, that also tends to lend itself to a certain amount of, we shouldn't feel guilty about feeling joy, but it also places that on us, like, oh, there's this heaviness. So I know that I'm inspired when I'm around you, because you are one of those amazing friends that lifts me up and makes me feel like I can be all that I can be. And I appreciate what you said about me being. Oh, well, thank you. Beverly, in addition to those things that we mentioned, what do you think are some other things that we can do to promote joy in our lives and the lives of others?
I can tell you what I do for myself.
Yes, I would love to hear that.
I reflect. I basically reflect every day, Linda. I really do. I think back where what I was like in my 30s, 40s. I try to think where I want to be, what I want to do, and then I try and just be present in the moment, to be thankful where I am in that moment. And if I find myself being uneased, like my joy is leaving me, then I'll ask myself, what's going on that you're losing your joy?
Oh, wow.
What's
Wow.
going on? What's going on that your happiness, you're not feeling happy? I try to identify those things. And if something surfaces like, oh yeah, I really need to get the back porch painted and I can't find a painter, then I just try and regroup. Okay, but that will happen. You'll get that. And
Oh,
try not
wow.
so I do a lot of reflecting, Linda, and I encourage a lot of people to do that. One of the things I'm going to start doing in August, because I'm thinking this is going to be my last year teaching,
Wow.
I'm going to start journaling my my next step into retirement. I think when I start back to work, I'm going to start. Today is the first day of my last year.
Wow.
I'm serious.
You're too young to retire. You look so phenomenal.
Thank you.
You're forever young. Well, so self-reflection, prayer,
Self-reflection.
looking inward. Looking.
And I do. People say you shouldn't look back, but I do. I look back from where I've come from, and I try and evaluate where I've come from and where I am
And where you're
I wanna
going.
go.
That's I love that.
I do.
And
And I do that so I don't make some of the same mistakes.
oh, I love that.
Like when I was 30, girl, what were you doing at 30? And 40. I don't want
love
to do
it.
that at 60 unless I'm going to grow from it.
And we do grow from it, and when we look back, it helps us to know who we want to be and what we want to keep from those times, like what we want to not lose. Because I've heard quite a few people reflect that, hey, I feel like I've lost myself. I'm not as much of who I used to be. So I guess it's okay for us to keep some of that as long as we're growing. And for me, once again, going back to what you said at the beginning of the video, I'm reminded of myself, of the true Linda, when I'm around family and friends like you. Like you.
Sweet.
When I'm around friends and family like you, Beverly, because that makes me feel like I'm reminded of who I really am. Because you know who I really am. You know who my heart is. I know who you really are. I know who your heart is. And when we're around people that believe in us and support us and promote us, that want the best for us.
Exactly.
Because when we're not around people that want the best for us, or how about, maybe they don't mean to do this, but how about the people that place those unspoken, unnamed labels on us, but we know what they mean. In other words, not seeing the best that we can be, not wanting the best for us. That's when we have to work harder than ever, pray harder than ever, and reflect harder than ever to not accept those titles.
It will drain you.
It will drain you. And I have found myself reveling in empowerment when I'm like, oh wow, I didn't say yes to that other person's image. I said yes to who I know I am, the God in me, who I was meant to be. What do you think about that?
I think that's awesome, Linda. And I'm so glad to be your friend.
I am so glad to be your friend. Well, I love you.
I love you the most.
And you're so sweet. I love you back, and I'm so grateful, and we are grateful women. And maybe you think we should leave on that note that gratitude brings us joy? Because you mentioned that.
That's right. That's right.
Any final words?
I guess just learn to love yourself, and I do think that's a process.
Yes.
Because people say love yourself. I don't think you just love yourself.
Amen.
I think you learn to love yourself.
By experience.
Yes.
So as Whitney Houston sang, one of my favorites, as you know, the greatest love of all is to love ourselves. Okay. Well, I can't thank you enough for this video. I can't wait for the world to hear this video on my YouTube channel. So everybody, thank you for liking, subscribing, sharing, and commenting. And again, you've just been enjoying the inspirational words of the one and only, my friend, Dr. Beverly Rivers Dancer. Bye, Bev.
Bye, Linda.